Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our live stream today with EcoAthlete champions, Sam Mattis and Emily Pape. We are so excited to have them. I'm going to give them a second to join and request to join. So I've got Emily here. Trivia again, because we all love trivia. Today is, in fact, Manatee Appreciation Day. So, and there's Emily.
Hello.
Hi, Emily. How are you?
Good.
I was just doing a little bit of Manatee trivia with our audience. So while we wait for Sam to join, and I'm going to go ahead and add him here, let's go ahead and see what our audience knows about manatees. So here's a fun sea cow trivia question. How many pounds of vegetation do manatees eat on average every day?
Oh.
So it's a lot, but how many pounds of vegetation do manatees eat on average every day? Does Emily want to guess?
Is it multiple choice? By chance.
I'm seeing if anybody in the chat knows. So let's give folks I'm curious what they say. So it's a specific percentage of their body weight. So let's say that. So is it 2%, 5%, 10%, 15%? They eat a lot, but
You said per day.
Per day. Somebody said a million pounds of vegetation. I'm gonna go ahead too and see if we can get Sam on here. Just invited him. Yes, the queen is with us. So Jenna's being very specific, 63%. EcoAthlete is also being very specific with 15%.
Ooh, 15. I was gonna go between 30 and 50% of their body weight.
And remember, they eat vegetation, so they are vegetarians. So what they eat doesn't weigh that much, but they eat a lot of what they eat. So we are just waiting for Sam to join everybody. Hi, just to say hello to everybody. My name is Katie. I'm Digital Outreach Manager here at Ocean Conservancy, and I'm joined by Emily Pape, and I'm going to let her introduce herself in a moment, but we're also waiting on Sam Mattis to join us, who, not to spoil the exciting news, but he is a two-time Olympic discus thrower. So let's see here. We have another request here. All right. Let's see if that worked for Sam. And while we're waiting, I'm just going to say one more time for our friends just now joining the chat. There's Sam. Hello.
Hey, sorry,
Hi, Sam.
We are just going to drop the trivia question that we're going to answer at the end of the session here first. So trivia question for our audience about manatees, because today is Manatee Appreciation Day. Please appreciate the manatees.
Always.
Always. If you don't, what's wrong? So how many pounds of vegetation do manatees eat on average every single day? So you can say how many pounds, or you can say what percentage of their body weight. So it's a lot. Emily took a guess. Some people in the chat took a guess. I don't know if you want to take a guess, Sam, but we'll throw the answer at the end of the live.
Okay, I'll take a guess. I'll say 10% of their body weight.
Okay.
And I have no idea what their body weight is, but I'll call it 100 pounds. Like 10% is 100 pounds. They weigh 1,000 pounds.
They are some chunky animals, so we will get into the answer at the end of the live. But let's go ahead and get started. I am so excited to be here. Ocean Conservancy is going to be talking today with Sam and Emily about the new Protect Where We Play initiative. We did a recent live stream on just what that's about and how folks can get involved. And we've got so many incredible, talented athletes that are becoming a part of this movement. So really excited to have Emily and Sam on. So they are both EcoAthletes champions, which I'm going to have them explain what exactly that means in a moment. But we're going to talk about this exciting work, how you can get involved in the Collegiate Cup which all college students out there and folks that are not in college, you can in fact participate and get involved. So more to come on that. So our favorite sporting events, entertainment events, games, concerts, beyond, they all depend on a healthy ocean and planet. And that applies to athletic events in the professional sphere. Starts with young people all over the world, right? So that includes NCAA athletes. Yay. That's where EcoAthletes comes in. And this is a nonprofit on a mission to inspire and coach up and coming athletes to become the next generation of leaders heading up climate action and advocacy. I just read that verbatim because it is such an inspiring thing to read. And I am so, so excited to talk to you all about the program. So Sam, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your experience as an EcoAthlete champion?
Yeah, sure. Sure. So I graduated from college in 2016. Thought I was maybe going to work for a bank. Decided I don't need to keep making rich people richer. I'm going to try to make the Olympics. Ended up making my first team in 2021, and then Paris this past year. Hopefully LA. We'll see. Getting a little old for an athlete. But kind of along the way, just had a lot of time to think about what do I actually want to do in life and what's important. And I think when we look around, it's pretty clear that climate change and the environment are like one of the maybe two enormous issues facing humanity right now. So I wanted to see how to get involved. Looked up different places to get involved. Came across eco athletes and kind of took off from there. I've been able to meet some really cool people, hear about the causes that they're working on and the work that they're doing, and been able to speak as an athlete and advocate and learn and kind of reorient my life to hopefully a career in sustainability one day.
Beautifully said. And I just think it's so cool that we've got not only an Olympian on deck, we've got a two-time Olympian on deck. So very, very excited about that. Um, let's pivot over to Emily now. Tell us about your experience with Eco Athletes.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. So I am a junior studying environment sustainability, and I'm on the Cornell women's basketball team. And I developed this sort of passion and interest in the overlap between sustainability and athletics this past summer when I joined Eco Athletes. I became a champion, I think, in June. And then I attended the ACC Sports Sustainability Conference also in June. So this all kind of happened over the summer. And then I started a club called Cornell Student Athletes for Sustainability, which is a group of over like 100 athletes who are just similar to Eco Athletes, just committed to this climate movement and ocean conservation efforts. And so, yeah, from there, we actually had our club's first green game, which was an idea inspired by some students at Duke. And basically, we had like waste diversion sites set up around the rink at a men's hockey game at Cornell. And we were able to divert waste from over like 4,000 fans. So it was really cool. That was one of our big projects last semester. So yeah, super passionate about this movement and really excited to talk more about my involvement.
That is fantastic. And tell me, Emily, what, and the audience, tell them too, tell us what kind of drives your commitment to be an advocate in the movement to protect our planet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, as Sam said, like this is a very dire issue, I think, at this point. And I think that it's, to me, like I take this sort of as like a responsibility as a young person, as an athlete, someone as part of a community of some of the most influential people on the planet. I feel this responsibility because I know that these issues aren't just going to go away on their own. And I think through being an athlete, I've learned that you have to commit to a certain process to get certain results. And I think that if we just sit around and just talk about this issue, that's one thing. But I think we need to really start doing something about it, like addressing it, acknowledging it, and taking action.
And it just excites me so much to see folks like y'all in your chapters of life taking action, because the next generation of ocean advocates is so powerful and so determined, and y'all are both a part of that. Which brings me to you, Sam. So can you tell us more about what drives you to be a catalyst for change in this initiative to protect our ocean and our planet as a whole?
Yeah. Well, I think selfishly, I like being outside, and not in like a 2 or 3 degree warmer world. Like that's cool. So I'd like for that to continue being the case, and the ocean's cool and it's not full of plastic as well. But also just, I don't know, kind of growing up, I was like a little bit of a history nerd, and I always thought like, oh, well, what would I do in certain times when things were a little dire? And I think we're in one of those times right now. So I think we owe it to ourselves and our ancestors and future generations to do what we can to make the world a better place and leave it better for the next generation. And like, if we do it right, it could also be cool being in an ocean without plastic.
I just want to take everything you're both saying and turn it into inspirational posters for myself. So love that. Now, on to how folks can take action. There's a number of ways, but there's one big way that's kind of popping right now. So I know we've talked about the Collegiate Cup a few times, especially for folks now joining, they might not know exactly what the Collegiate Cup is. So let's talk about that. It's a nationwide competition, and it's a great way for folks to get involved with the EcoAthletes program. Emily, can you share with us basically what the mission of the Collegiate Cup is and how it's a way for folks to get activated and how they can actually join this movement? And of course, share what team you're on, but I think I can already guess.
Yes, totally. So the Collegiate Cup, powered by Protect, where we play, is a competition among, I believe it's like over 25 schools, universities around the country, and we are all tracking our workouts, which include like walking, running, cycling, swimming. All of that workout time is being tracked on the Climate Games app, which you can download if you go to ecoathletes.org, and then it should be right on there. You can click it and download it, and then you register and join a team. But basically, after you track all of your workouts from now until April 22nd, which is Earth Day, there's about 4 weeks left of the competition. All of our workout time is going to be converted into a currency that funds coral restoration projects. So this allows a lot of people that are looking for ways to get involved and help out to do something that's pretty easy, because even if you're not a huge like exerciser, even just walking counts. So you're able to track that through the app, and then again it turns into currency and it goes towards helping our planet and helping coral restoration, which I think is super cool. And yeah, I am the team captain for Team Cornell. So if you don't have a team and you haven't joined yet, be sure to at least consider joining Team Cornell, because we're in first right now and we need to continue the momentum going. And Sam has joined Team Cornell as well as an Ivy League grad. So we're really excited to have him as well.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is,
happy to be on Team Cornell. UPenn doesn't have a team; they got to get their act together. So my former roommate went to Cornell, so easy choice.
well, if anyone from UPenn is watching this, you know what to
Yeah.
do. Uh, now, just it's well, first of all, it's really, really great to have a specific tie-in with the Collegiate Cup where everything that you're doing that's tracked is tied to something tangible, like you mentioned, Emily, with coral restoration. So the fact that we're able to tie everyday life and things that we're doing every single day to a restoration project is just so fantastic and so exciting. So, talking about traditional sports and really just getting into athletics, it seems that there's a lot of sports lovers out there, both athletes and sports fans alike, that are just kind of realizing and finding out with programs like this that there's a very special and crucial role for them in this movement to protect our planet. So I'd love to hear what your message is to them. How can we all unite as Team Ocean, no matter what sports teams we love, no matter what sports we play or athletics we participate in, and move forward for a better future for our planet? Let's let Sam answer this time first.
Yeah. I think like just do something, and that something can be up to you. I think I saw a study a little while ago that sports contribute to like 1% of all emissions in the planet, which is like that's massive. So like you can also have an outsized role, because if you're involved with a club or a local sport, you can do something as simple as like carpool or make sure that they're trying to reduce plastic waste. If you're a fan of a bigger club or team, like fans have affinity groups, and also you have a line to like that team as well. So pressuring them to be better, like conserving power, turning lights off, not using as many chemicals in their fields and operations. Like we really do have a lot of power as athletes and sports fans, like especially sports fans. Like you can use like a little of that fan craziness to do something good and push your team not to just be better on the field, but off the field with what they do. And because a lot of these operations are so big and have grassroots reach, like it can have just a massive ripple effect.
Using that energy and activating it for the planet. Love it. How about you, Emily? What do you have to say to folks just getting their feet wet as sports fans and athletes in this movement?
Yeah, I really want to echo what Sam just said about the fans having just as great of an impact as athletes. Because, yes, we did say that athletes are very influential in this movement. And I think that if the more that we show we care, the more fans will show they care. But I also think that there's a ton of opportunities for fans. To get involved and just any individual, to be honest, not necessarily a sports fan. I think that in this case, I think that these environmental issues and the impacts of climate change are going to affect a lot of sports and especially outdoor sports, our ability to perform and play. And I think that having that shared knowledge between athletes and fans will really help us drive a more united movement, because I think that if we're on the same page with what's going on in the reality of these changes that we're experiencing, it will just make us a stronger group that's all committed to this, which is important.
Studying pearls of wisdom from Cornell's own Collegiate Cup captain. We love to see it. So everybody watching, I know you're probably excited to learn how you can get involved in next steps for what you can do when this live ends and how you can become a part of this mission, basically. So a couple things first for everyone in the chat. Head to protectwhereweplay.com is the first thing to learn more about the Protect Where We Play initiative and to join Team Ocean. You will learn a lot, you will have fun, and you'll make a huge difference for the ocean. Also, make sure right now, after this live ends, everybody, I'm telling you right now, you need to go follow EcoAthletes and Emily and Sam and just follow their journey as EcoAthletes and stay up to date on everything that you can do in this incredible initiative. And listen, the Collegiate Cup, it goes through Earth Day, so there's still time to make an impact, to make a difference. So be sure to pick a team and get rolling with that and download the Climate Games app. Any final thoughts from either of you for our audience? I'll start with you, Emily.
Yeah, I think that it can be really easy to like look backwards and kind of think about how we got here and maybe like blame a little bit like certain generations, but I think that it's super important for us to move forward and kind of look past all of that. Like, yes, we're in this situation again. A lot of this stuff I feel like I've learned through sports. It's like you're put in a position and maybe you can't control how you got there, but you can control how you respond to it. And I think that we should be approaching this movement the same way, or this crisis the same way. We can only control how we respond. And so I think that there's a ton of opportunity to, again, come together and to acknowledge that these things are happening, and also develop ways that we can address and combat these issues, like through the Collegiate Cup. So yeah.
Beautiful. How about you, Sam?
I think I'd just repeat what I said earlier, which is like do something. I think we're in a moment where we all have to do something, and that something doesn't have to be huge if you don't have the energy or time, right? Like you can just be a little gentler on your impact to the planet. But if you do have the time and the energy, like just Google like environmental group near me or how to get involved with oceans near me, and like just join the group. Like it might not be where you'll end up like long term where your energy is, but it's a great starting point. You'll meet people who are also passionate about the things you want to do. You know, also like you could start a fan group for whatever team and start pressuring that team to be better with their environmental policies, but just like do something. I think like that's really key right now. Like everybody has to do something.
It seems like sometimes the mission to make change for our planet can just feel so big, and like little steps don't matter, but they really, really do. Lots and lots of people taking tiny steps one day at a time is where we get massive impact. So one thing you can tangibly do is join the Collegiate Cup and follow EcoAthlete. So be sure to do that, just a reminder, and to visit protectwhereweplay.com to learn how you can get involved. Thank you so much, Sam and Emily, not only just for joining this live stream as EcoAthletes champions, but also just for being incredible ambassadors for this movement. Wonderful chatting with you. And we really think the Collegiate Cup and the Protect Where We Play movement as a whole is not only an inspiring way for folks to get involved, but also a fun way. So remember, I know I've said it a million times, I'll say it again. For everyone in the chat, please join the Collegiate Cup and visit EcoAthletes to find out how you can get involved, as well as protectwhereweplay.com. If you have questions about either of these programs, please feel free to DM the Ocean Conservancy inbox, DM EcoAthletes. We are here to answer any questions and help you get involved. Now, a couple things to close out. We did have a manatee trivia question that we asked earlier, and that was, how many pounds of vegetation do manatees eat on average per day? So this is every single day. We're going to answer that now for Manatee Appreciation Day. Let's all appreciate that the answer is 120 pounds, or about 10% of their total body weight. So
That wasn't too far off.
well, and honestly, they eat ocean salads of leafy greens like seagrass, mangrove leaves, and such, but they eat a lot of it. So they are just enjoying their meals, and we will let them continue to do that hopefully in the future. So as we mentioned, today is Manatee Appreciation Day. So to show manatees some appreciation and love, go ahead over to the Ocean Conservancy Instagram. We've got a fundraiser going on there right now. You can also visit the Ocean Conservancy website to learn how you can take action and donate to make change for not just manatees, but all ocean animals that need our help right now. So have a wonderful day, everybody. We really appreciate you joining, and thank you to Sam and Emily for being such great ambassadors. Y'all are great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
See y'all.